Hello and welcome to Junior Television. Today we have this Kodascope Model EE Series 2 projector for 16mm films. Well, here it is. It's quite a nice looking projector. I got this for a very economical price, $28 at a flea market. Came with the original box and a replacement bulb, which I will not be showing off in this video because I don't have access to them at this particular moment in time. They're in storage. Anyways, comes with this original tag, which lamp must never be on unless fan is running. Yup, that makes sense. You can see I already have a film loaded on here, and this film is the Three Stooges in Smashed Tomatoes. 16mm film, runtime about 4 minutes. Here's the lens. It's about as much as you'd expect. You turn it to focus. These little guys advance the film through the projection mechanism here, where it gets hit by the beam of light. And then, of course, this is the take-up reel, which came with the projector new. You can even see the Eastman, well, you can't see, but I'll let you try to see the Eastman Kodak Company logo. And here is an absolutely enormous bulb, which I will show off in just a moment. But first, let's just take a rotation around here. You can see this box where the bulb is housed is quite large. And then here we have this whole side, which is also quite large. This thing is quite beefy. It's very, very large, but it's average size for a projector from the time period, I believe. It's the only one I ever owned, so this is the variable motor adjustment. It allows the motor to spin faster or slower, thus, making the film go faster or slower. You might think you could use this to go fast forward, but on max speed, it goes just below 24 frames per second. Or, well, enough to make it look like the Three Stooges are kind of slow. You can see this has not been recorded because it hasn't needed it, I guess. This cord is in excellent condition overall. Here's the original plug. Now, here's what's interesting about this is actually two pieces. See, if I unplug these, you can see all it is just a power cable. The bottom is unfortunately missing. I believe originally there was a piece of cardboard which hid those items. It might not even have had a piece of cardboard. That might be just the way it was, which is fine. Because you're not really meant to unplug it ever from that source. Because this isn't just a normal extension cord that some Joe Schmo came up with. This is the original. You've even got this on-off switch tethered in. Because you're supposed to never unplug this end unless you're like storing it in the box. Then you'd loop this extension cord up separately. Otherwise, you're supposed to leave it plugged in. This is Bakelite, by the way, in case you're curious. It feels like it's Bakelite. This, however, actually kind of feels like plastic. I'm a little surprised. It could be Bakelite, but it feels almost plastic. Got a very affirmative click out of the switch. It's very solid, well built. It's very thick cable, even though it's not drawing that much power. Although, don't think this isn't gonna, don't think this ain't power hog, because it is, but it's, I just say it takes, I don't know how many watts this uses actually. It's big motor on here with a big light bulb, so It's pretty, I imagine it draws quite a bit. Anyway, you can see this multicolored band here. Unfortunately, the original leather band, it was leather, which is weird to me, but it was common at the time, I guess. It was originally like a leather band that went up here into this box, went around a wheel, came back down in here. Unfortunately, the original leather became so stiff it couldn't do anything, and it actually shredded pretty quickly when this got turned on. And so, unfortunately, I don't have access to a new band right at this exact moment. So, I had to put just a bunch of rubber bands on here. There are a couple reasons you wouldn't want to do that. Well, A is that they shred. They don't just act like a regular band that or belt that you would have there. They shred because they slip. No matter how tight you have them, no matter how hard you try, they will slip and they will get little dots. You can even see them a little bit on the projector reel. And a little bit there, multicolored specks that are super blurry because the camera refused to focus. They shred and they leave that crap everywhere, especially inside of the machine itself, so I have to clean it pretty regularly. Which is an absolute ordeal because this stuff isn't just dust that wipes right off, it's almost sticky. Just kind of adheres to there. Anyways, you can see here's a closer look at the tag. Made in the United States of America by Eastman Kodak Company, Rochester, New York. 100 to 125 volts, 850 watts, so this is comparable to a small microwave. Yeah, there it is. What's interesting is the belts that drive the reels are actually not belts at all. They're springs. Metal springs that loop all the way into the machine, which is very interesting design. You can never use it on this, of course, because this spins very, 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 very fast. And it would just completely slip this belt. There's enough resistance here on what this rotates that if it was spun by a spring belt like that, it'd just slip and make the worst noises. Well, I've shown the basics for the most part, excluding this little handle on the top. It's a little handle. So now I'll show you the bulb. Here it is. Here is the bulb that this beast takes. It is in quite large. I would say it's about maybe 5 inches from the base to the top. It's kind of large for a projection bulb. I have some projectors that use much smaller bulbs. Unfortunately, you can see here that it has in fact tried to melt, which isn't super surprising. You know, it's not uncommon. I don't know what that is, though. That is new. That was not there last time I used this projector, so that is bizarre. I don't know what that's. I'll have to check it out before I use it again, because whatever it is, it won't even scrape off. I don't know what that is. I do have a replacement bulb, so I shouldn't have to worry about if this one goes. I shouldn't have to worry too much. The filaments are in excellent condition. I'm not worried about them burning out ever. Well, not ever, but for a long time. What I'm worried about is this glass getting too hot and burning through. That would be the reason I imagine this would fail. I don't know what happened. There's even a scratch right here. Looks like it's on the inside, though. That's weird. Oh, it's a piece of metal. Piece of metal against the glass. I swear that wasn't there before. Well, it didn't, like, visibly scratch the glass from the inside, at least. Either way, this bulb is doing some weird stuff that I don't know. I did not expect to see this when I took the bulb out. This is very bizarre. This I expected to see. I did see this, but the rest of this, what I've been pointing out, didn't expect to see it. Yes, I'm going to wipe my fingerprints off because I don't want to create hotspots. Even if it doesn't actually create hotspots, I don't care. I'm still going to wipe it off. Okay, well, there we go. Alright, let's go about the semi-tough, or probably way more tough than I'm giving it credit for, process of loading the film. First, of course, we put the other film up here. Come on. I am doing this one-handed, so, you know, you're gonna see some weirdness about how I go about this. And now, I'm not an expert, and I don't have the manual to this, so I can't verify this, but seems to go through here. I'm gonna load that until the film is where I think it should be. There, I just looped it through here. I don't think you're supposed to go under this wheel, over, all the way up, under, or out, especially not under, out, over here, because there's a plate in the way, but I seriously can't imagine how you would load film under there directly above the lens, so that doesn't seem how you're supposed to do it. Next, click that off to the side. Click that, and you should probably line it up in the rail a little bit, because there's a rail, you know, there's a little guide for the film in there, and I just lined it up so that it engages with the shutter. Then I loop it through here. Now this one I can go through here and come out here. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I can't see a solid reason why I would want to do that. Like, how it would benefit the film, because it's not like it slips or anything, so I'm not gonna do that. If you are and you want to tell me, please tell me, because I'm seriously clueless when it comes to trying to load this thing with film. Then I just gotta pop that out of gear to make it slightly easier for me. There is a forward reverse function, although I don't know what the purpose of reverse is, because it doesn't reverse the direction of these. These won't stop rotating when you have it in this gear mode. I guess they expect you to have the film going directly from reel to reel. In that case, once again, if you know better than me, please let me know, because I am very inexperienced. Anyways, slide the film in here, rotate the reel, just out of gear slightly again so that I can lock it and load. There we are. And I should be ready. We should be ready to watch the Three Stooges in Smashed Tomatoes. And I hopefully shouldn't have to worry about a content claim, because there's no sound and the video is going to look so bad that I can't imagine YouTube's algorithm could figure out what the hell you guys are watching. So I'll get that set up real quick. Alright, we're back. Time to finally watch Smashed Tomatoes on my projection screen with the Kodascope Model EE Series 2. Let's hope I can get this right the first time. Motor on maximum speed. Okie dokie. Major technical catastrophes happened during that couple minute film. You can see that there's all sorts of orange puff everywhere, and you might notice that our multicolored rainbow is only down to 2 colors now, which is a far cry from before. You might wonder why is this still running instead of having it shut off. And that's because I always leave the fan on for a little while to cool off the bulb, because obviously when you first shut off the bulb it doesn't immediately cool down. But yeah, you may have heard during that film several speed changes. You may have heard the motor change in speed quite significantly multiple times. I didn't change the speed at all. I kept on max the entire time, but what happened was the belts would come very close to braking and the motor would slow down, and then when they broke, it would speed up. Let me show you what I mean here. This stuff doesn't really like to come off. I mean, just gave the whole thing a rub down and it still won't come off. I don't get it. And it's all over my desk, all over here. I can only imagine what it looks like in there until after the video. I have to crack it open. And on the film, which is exactly why I don't watch films on this until I have to contact a belt company I know and order a new belt. Nice cool air was coming out of the top, so I figure the bulb is cool enough now. Nope, no, ooh, ow, that kind of hurt. Nope. Yeah, you can actually see some of the belts are still wrapped around inside of the circle. That is funny, but also not fun. Shut that off for a moment so I can show you the next thing. One of the very last things is rewind. Let me just get it set up. Alright, it's really simple. A to B. That's how easy it is. Turn this back on. I'm having it at a slow speed so that it doesn't wear out the rubber bands too much. Plus, I don't want this thing making such a racket. It's loud. I'm sure you heard it. It's loud. In case you're curious, here's what the box looks like for the film. This is one of the XL branded ones, licensed under copyright by Columbia Pictures. You can see Mo's making a face on the front there. 16mm movies. These films rigidly inspected by manufacturer and are perfect. That doesn't sound like normal English to me for some reason. Maybe it's just what old English was. Or from 40s English. 16mm, 200 feet. $5.98. That's how much it cost. Secret name, XL Movie Products, Chicago, Illinois, made in the United States. The Three Stooges, Smashed Tomatoes, $75.08. Other ones hopefully are coming soon, namely Mickey Mouse, Three Little Bears, and a couple others. But that is for the future. This is for now, and our time is almost up. Thank you so much for watching Junior Television, and remember to have an excellent day. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. if you want to see better content / more content like this, please subscribe, and if you do not like this video, please dislike the video and mention in the comments why you did not like this video. Thanks again, and goodbye.